It's round 8 of the season, or it's round 8, the season finale of the Highline Racing League Tex-A-Con Truck Series here at the virtual Auto Club Speedway, I guess you could call it, and 70 laps today to decide the champion of the Truck Series here, round number 8, and it has been a close fight all the way up until the end. I am your producer and commentator, River Page, and as we watch Garrett Sidnor, he makes his way around turns 1 and 2. He currently sits atop the timing charts here in practice, and he also sits atop the point standings, a 21-point buffer back to Dylan Pody in second. He has had some incredibly solid finishes, never failing to fall outside of that top 10 or so.
Thanks for coming out.
And you hear the admins making announcements because I don't have the audio turned off, but yeah, Garrett Sidnor with a 21 points lead right now, 268 points ahead of Dylan Pody in second in the points with 247 points to his name. And I do not know if Dylan Pody is going to make it today. It looks like there he is. So I just missed him, but here is Dylan Pody. He sits second in the points in the Trap House Machine. He has been in second or third all season long. Dylan Wedgwood sits one spot behind Mr. Pody in there, one point behind Mr. Pody in the championship standings right now. Tyler Rush is just 2 points off of Wedgwood, and so if it's not a battle for the win, it's going to be a battle for second in the points right now, as Tyler Rush sits fourth, just about 3 points behind second place. That is, wait for qualifying, or practice should get wrapped up and qualifying to get underway. We will watch. Let's see if we can find someone on track to watch. Here is Adam Buss. He's on pit road. Dylan Pody, P6. He's on pit road. No one's on the track. Terry Brooks in pit road as well. Hunter Searles is out on the racetrack, and we'll watch him race with his teammate here and take you for a lap around Auto Club Speedway. There you see the back end of the Tyler Rush machine. Searles gets up into the outside wall, and so he's going to park it. And we'll look for Tyler Rush instead to take us around on our lap right here. So as we see the drivers making their way off of turn 4, they're going to wash out wide and come way down to the apron. The 72 actually driving down onto that Auto Club Speedway paint on the apron of the racetrack before getting down into turn 1. You can run the top, you can run the bottom, one of the most diverse tracks on the schedule, and in all of oval racing in North America when it comes to lane choice here. Very sad that this track is being shut down in real life. Tyler Rush is going to run all the way down to the bottom, but you'll see these drivers late in the run deciding to put their machines up on the top side to carry the momentum out, and that's going to be the way to win, I believe. Carrying your momentum off of the corners. It's a momentum-based track. This truck has almost little enough power to make it around here flat out, and on a fast lap with fresh tires, you can do it flat out as Tyler Rush dives down on the pit road. 4th place in points right now. And so Rush will dive down onto pit road, and I will turn off the driver audio because I can, even though I have the volume all the way down at 0, you could still hear it, and that's not what we want right now. But now we're gonna come back and just about wrapping up with practice, and practice is just gonna close out right now. 3 seconds left, and the checkered flags are waving. Practice ends, and the last qualifying session of the season is gonna get underway. We have the iRacing overlay on. That is also not what we want, as now 5 minutes of qualifying, 2 laps for the drivers, if not 1. I'm not quite sure how they have it set up this week to set their quickest lap for the season finale. Here is Tyler Rush out on track. Dylan Wedgwood out on the racing surface, 3rd in points. Andrew T. Baker on track along with Hunter Searles. Here comes Searles. Terry Brooks coming out of pit road, and Dylan Pody, 2nd place in points, needs a good lap to get in. Garrett Sidnor still sitting on pit road. He's going to wait until the last moment to get on track and get a lap in for the pole, or the points leader. He's been the pole sitter multiple times today. And so we'll see what happens there, as this is the 31 of Pody, makes his way off of turn number 4 to take the green flag, and it looks like he's up on the top side. He's going to use this lap as a burner to just get the tires warmed up. It's going to be very loose on your laps here. These guys are trying to keep it flat out It's going to be very hard to do that. So we'll see here as they come back off of turn 2. Here comes Pody, making it look easy, but I can assure you, as a driver who has raced this combo before, it is not easy whatsoever to keep the back end underneath you. But here comes Pody down off of turn 4. And now he comes off of turn 4. This time he's going to start his fast lap. He heads down to the apron, carrying as much momentum as possible. And he's going to head on his lap. Garrett Sidnor is onto the racetrack, and the first drivers to set laps. Crossing the line now, it's Noah Joyce who goes to the point in the 31. Looks like that was his fast lap, and so it was for most people. So I guess I was wrong in that standpoint. Ty Smith goes to the point. No one using a second lap, and I think there may only be one lap. I'm not quite sure, but I think that is going to be the case. So we'll look for points leader. Here's Garrett Sidnor on track now, the man to watch today. You hear him just getting off the gas a little bit, maybe a little bit tougher track conditions than what most drivers would be used to here, because he's off the gas quite a lot, trying to keep traction under him, almost like he's on a dirt track where you would be not full throttle to get more traction out of the race car. But as he comes back down the back straightaway and into turn 3, wide arc, getting it all the way down to the paint. And off of turn 4, one driver up into, I believe, the 3rd spot. That's going to be Ryan Potter into 3rd. Here comes the 50, the man of the hour. He sets his lap and he goes to P3. Noah Joyce hangs onto the pole. What a lap by Noah Joyce. A 40.551 for Joyce. Second place, Hunter Searles at a 40.704. Fantastic lap for Joyce. Here is one last driver on the racetrack. It's Jacob Holm. And we'll see what he can do here. It looks like that was his lap. And so he is going to get off the gas and he will go to P11. 17 drivers currently entered in for the season finale at Auto Club. And now as we wait, Andrew T. Baker, Adam Bossy, and Matthew Leedy yet to set laps here in qualifying. And those 3 drivers sit 15th, 16th, and 17th respectively. And I don't think they will be setting a lap because now they wouldn't have enough time. So we'll see if these, if the admin team will advance the session, or we're going to wait out this 1 minute. Because now they will be out of time to set a lap. And so we will see how that goes. We got 40 seconds to burn here at the end of qualifying live on FTN, nearing that 1,000 subscriber goal. As we see 958 subscribers. It's no longer 69 subscribers until 100. We're nearing it on 40. So if you are new, feel free to subscribe. David Kreutz is live with the Integrity Ignite Series, or the Integrity Cup Series. Right now, on Thursday, we have Road to Pro, the second split of Road to Pro, some of the most premier and highest talent race you'll see. Those drivers all nearing 6,000 and 7,000 iRacing respectively, so that's always a show. Saturdays, we have the full Sun Super Speedway Series nearing the end. Me, myself, and Mason Moriarty in the booth for that. And that is coming up on Saturday, along with David Kreutz also having the Integrity Ignite Series at the beginning of the week. I believe that was yesterday. And now I will quit the blabbing and get the qualifying results up on the screen. Noah Joyce takes, I believe, his first pole of the year by a wide margin. It's a 40.551 for Joyce, a fantastic lap for that 03 machine. Hunter Searles, also a great result for him. He does a 47.04 and lines up second in the 77 machine. Then it is Garrett Sidnor, points leader. He qualifies third with a 40.743 alongside Ryan Potter in the 99 with a 40.765. Then it's Dylan Pody lining up right behind the man he's trying to beat with a 40.770. That's Pody in fifth alongside Terry Brooks, who lines up third on the outside with a 40.782. Then it's Dylan Wedgwood sits third in the points with a 40.826 to put him in seventh alongside Ryan Hines with the 40.909 in eighth. Then it's Tyler Rush in ninth in the 72 machine. He did a 41.093. Ty Smith lines up 10th. and closes out the top 10 with a 41.118. Moving on to P11, Jacob Holm takes the spot in the 76 truck with a 41.121 alongside Scott Puckett with a 41.316. Then it is Dylan Bodie with a 41.641, and Dalton Beer rounds out the field that had set a lap with a 42.259. Matthew Leedy, Adam Bossy, and Andrew Baker did not set a lap. And so we wait for everybody on the track, or everyone in the field, to grid up and get this race underway. And it looks like they're all there because the field is rolling off for the final time of the year. The trucks roll off pit road here for 70 laps at Auto Club. It's going to be one heck of a show. The points battle coming down to the end. And just one mistake out of the 50 and one wreck out of him could put his championship race in jeopardy. He needs just a solid finish to get it done today. But he's got heavy competition with the likes of Joyce and Searles for the race win, and Pody right behind him for the championship. And the drivers make their way down off of turn 2. Noah Joyce in the Burger King Chevrolet leads them to the green. And here comes Noah Joyce in the Euro Burger King machine. Very beautiful car there for Noah. And we'll see what he can do from the pole. Field comes off turns 3 and 4 for the final time again this season. The trucks roll off, and off of turn 4, the Chevrolet official iRacing pace truck will lead the field to green, making the hard left turn onto pit road. Noah Joyce into the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. We're underway from Auto Club. And it's an even start for Hunter Searles on the top. He may even have the spot going down into turn 1 with the momentum on the top. Now Joyce is going to get clear of him. Almost here. They're door to door going down into 1. The 77 rolls up top. 3 wide with the 99 of Ryan Potter. The 50 of Sidnor is going to sneak into second. One truck around. It's Pody, but he's going to save it. Now the 72 of Tyler Rush gets loose. 4 wide in the back of the field, jockeying for position. Still 4 wide with the championship contenders there. And those two are very unlucky and off to a bad start. Joyce runs up to the third line. Hunter Searles chases him. Now Garrett Sidnor rolls into third. He's on the bottom. Here comes Sidnor on board with the 50 machine, side by side with Ryan Potter. You see the number 23 of Garrett Brooks there. Ryan Potter blinks out for a second. And Ryan Potter is having some internet issues, but he's still on track. Now Potter goes down low. He blinks out again. He blinks out again, and Potter is struggling to keep it in the game as he comes back off of turn 2. He's going to try and get clear of the 77, and he does, and he'll slot into second. Searles third, and in fourth is the number 50 machine. My timing and scoring has gone completely gray. There we go. Having some slight technical difficulties there, but nevertheless, back off of turn 2 to lead lap 2. It's Noah Joyce. He'll go 2 for 2 at the beginning of the race. Joyce crosses the stripe just ahead of Ryan Potter in the draft. Those guys leading the field across the top side. No one daring to venture down low and out of the draft. And they make their way through 1 and 2. The 99 of Potter throws it down low. Throws the slide job. Blinks out. Now the 03 of Joyce goes low. 99 back on track, and they're side by side for the lead. Half a tenth of a second separating them, and Potter's going to give it up. Now the 03 slides up the track. Ryan Potter comes back down low. Potter wants the lead, and he's going to try and get it here. He has the advantage again, but he blinks out. It's hard to see where he's going to be. Potter is going to lead that lap. Joyce fights back on the top, and he has the advantage down into turn 1. Noah Joyce looking for his first win of the year. Ryan Potter looking for his first win of the year, I believe. And he's going to throw the slider in. He's going to get the 03 off of 2. Here comes Noah Joyce with the draft. He's going to look low off of 2, or going into 3 here. He's going to bump draft Ryan Potter instead, and he will not fight back here as they go back to 3 and 4. Barely a lift out of the 03 on that middle line, electing not to save tires and instead try and push up on the top. Carrying the momentum off of the corner. Here they come down through the front arc here, the front straightaway at Auto Club. Joyce looks high with the draft. He's going to get to the quarter panel on the 99. Down into turn 1, back they go. lap 5 of 70, and they are racing like it's the last lap. Such an entertaining track to watch. The field getting split up in the back, but these guys are going at it for the lead right now. Back off of turn 2, they are still even for the spot, and now Noah Joyce gets clear, and now he's gonna have to fight with Garrett Sidnor. And Sidnor looks down low. He's looking for the lead. Sidnor goes hunting deep sea down to the bottom. Off of turn 4, Sidnor is going to be wheel to wheel with the 03 of Joyce. Here they come across the stripe. Joyce carries the momentum off of the corner, and Noah Joyce is going to hang on to the lead. Potter fighting back on the top against Sidnor, and Ryan Potter might have second here. Sidnor goes back down low, and so he's going to have that spot momentarily as we're getting YouTube notifications. Very interesting there. Noah Joyce continues to hang on. Now Potter is going to take second back from the 50, as he had no draft there off the corner. He was not able to take any speed. Down the back straightaway, look at the 50 way up on the top, hunting. 77 of Searles in the middle, the 25 of Hines down low. 3 wide for third. Now Hines drops back, and they're still side by side for the lead across the stripe. 10% of the race in, not even, and look at this racing back down into turn 1. Side by side for the lead still. Potter's going to be clear of him here. He's going to slide up in front of the 03 of Joyce. Joyce has the run off the corner. Joyce looks low, and Noah Joyce has the lead again down the back straightaway. Not quite there. Now he has the nose of an advantage. And Noah Joyce will get clear of the 99 through 3 and 4, but yet again the 99 is going to throw the crossover. Off of 4, gets to his right rear, gets really loose, but he keeps the throttle down. And he sticks in it, and he's going to get right to the left rear of the 03. And he's going to try and side draft him, but the 50 and the 25 working together on the top side. They're going to get to the right rear of Ryan Potter and slow him up. Back down through 1 and 2. Potter chucks it into the inside. Looking for the lead. He's going to get clear of the 03. 3 wide for third behind him. Almost contact with the 25 and the 77. Here comes the 23 of Brooks. Brooks wanted to make it 4 wide for a second there. Now, down low goes Garrett Sidnor. Looking for second. He's going to be wheel to wheel with the 99 for a second here. Maybe off of 4. Doesn't quite get there. Noah Joyce has to surrender the lead, and it might be for good. Now he's going to have to pass 2 if he wants it back. Potter to the lead. Sidnor to second. Potter down low. Sidnor up high with the 03 pushing. The 25 of Ryan Hines looking low, and he's going to take third away from Joyce down into 1 and 2. On board with Ryan Potter. He is chilling up in the lead right now. Ryan Hines goes to second as the 50 runs the top. Big slide for Ryan Hines. They're going to go 3 wide again for a split second there by those drivers searching for spots for third, back on to almost 10th. Look at this group go. The 25 sends it back down low. Hines trying to get clear of Noah Joyce. He's clear now. He's going to try and get up. The 50 moves down. He's going to give that 25 machine the draft, and the 25 might be able to hang on to third here if he gets back down into turn 1 even. And speaking of even, door to door for the lead, Potter has it. Sidnor has the nose down into 1. Garrett Sidnor looking for the lead, the championship leader, wasting no time. Big slide off of the rear end, kicking out. He is all over the loud pedal, but it's not enough, as the 99 of Potter is going to take it back with that momentum on the top side. Here comes Noah Joyce. He has the nose advantage on Sidnor. The 99 comes down low to block Garrett Sidnor for the spot. Ryan Potter blinks out again, and I'm going to have to watch someone else, because every time he blinks out, we go to a static camera. And that is not what we want right now as they come back down off of turn 4 again. Here comes the 99 back into 1 and 2. The 50 of Sidnor working on Noah Joyce. Rather, Joyce working on him. Joyce had the lead earlier, got past, and he's coming back up. Joyce through 1 and 2, digs the top. He's going to get to the 50. No chance of him getting clear of Joyce off of turn number 2. Noah Joyce is going to have that spot, and he's going to be clear of him now. The 90 or the 50 is going to be forced to fight with the 25 of Hines for that spot. Now Noah Joyce is blinking out. I can't watch anyone without them lagging. Big slide out of Ryan Potter. Ryan Potter hangs on to the race lead. Joyce chasing him down Into 1 and 2, here comes Joyce. Potter defends low. Joyce is gonna run way up high. He's gonna get the run off the corner, on board with Joyce. You see the 50 in his mirror, right there on his left rear. Off a turn to the 50 of Garrett Sidner is gonna slide up, get in that draft. And Joyce is gonna hunt the 99 machine down into turn 3. Here he comes, has to check up not to hit him. Back through 3 and 4 one more time. The 03 right down on the yellow line. But that bottom lane just isn't working out for him. I think the guys who are down there are going to be happier with their right front tires later on in the race. But for now, these leaders want the top side to race for it. The 50 is going to have to block Ryan Hines down through 1 and 2. And the caution flag waves. Dylan Bodie in the back, no damage. Matthew Leedy, no damage. I think it may have been Andrew Baker. There is the 43. He has damage. Scott Puckett as well. And so we'll get a look at what happened here to these two. Puckett already wrecked off a 4, so this is Scott Puckett racing in the back of the field. Matthew Leedy Leedy slides up. Huge net code right there with the 36. It just launches his rear end into the air. Not realistic at all, but I think he'll be okay with that rear end damage to not get the front end of the car, and hopefully not the motor. But you never know with this truck. The damage model is pretty angering for some people, especially with things like that. I mean, I don't think they even made contact. They were definitely going to make contact with the next gen. Or basically any other car in the service. That would just knock the 36 up, but it shoots his rear end into the air like an airplane. And now Scott Puckett will have to repair that rear end damage. And he'll also have to come back from the back of the field. He was already back there racing, but now he will start in dead last. Ryan Potter held the lead for the majority of that end, the end of that 15 lap or so run. And yeah, Leif Opstad, NR Night America winner ×2 right here. You're talking to the man himself right here. So yeah, I'm pretty cool. As we come back through 3 and 4, the 99 is gonna lead the field down onto pit road, and a lot of drivers stay out, including the 50 of Garrett Sidnor. And while these 3 or 4 drivers on pit road take their tires and their fuel, we will go to FTN nonstop here live on Fireball Talks NASCAR.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Okay, we've got grid music playing. Back coming to you live on FTN. Does appear that we have had some mechanical issues back down in the booth. We'll get our tech crew on that immediately. We have no sound for some of the ads. Not sure what's going on with that, but we'll get our guys on it immediately here. So the drivers have made their lane choice. Garrett Sidnor is back up in front, the first driver to take tires. Ryan Potter in 9th, so we'll be watching Potter and Joyce 9th, 10th on fresh tires to see what they can do. Here on the restart, the top 10 lines up, double file, and the rest of the field single file behind them. Here comes Garrett Sidnor to lead the field to green. Pace car makes the hard left turn down onto pit road, and Garrett Sidnor will take us back to green for the first time today. Sidnor leads the field. Green flag back in the air. Sidnor gets a good jump on the rest of the pack. He's going to get clear of Terry Brooks. The 25 of Ryan Hines did not get going at all. He falls to 4th behind Dylan Wedgwood. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Sidnor to the bottom. Terry Brooks looking up high. Terry Brooks digging off the top side. He's going to get the run. Terry Brooks is going to look for the lead. Has the 25 of Hines down low. Here comes Brooks. Oh, the 50's in the wall. The 50's in the wall. Big slide. Can he save it? He does. What happened there? Sidnor gets into the wall down the backstretch right when we had looked away. And so it looks like, oh man, the 23 went low. He just misjudged it. Had way too much speed. And gets into Sidnor. That's going to be huge. Garrett fell to 6th. And he has got huge damage on the right side of the truck. Maybe not huge, but he's already fighting with the drivers on fresh tires to the 99 of Ryan Potter, going for a big slide off of turn 2 on the cold rear tires, but he is on the move right now. He's up to 6th, fighting with the damaged truck of the 50 and the 76 of Jacob Hall. Back into 3 and 4. Terry Brooks has the race lead, trying to run away with it like he did at IRP. And he's got a battle behind to help him. Dalton Beer up into P3. A good run for that man right there in the 38. And Caleb Morrissey says that they only got 2 sets of tires, so if they had infinite sets of tires, I definitely would have pitted there. But now that I know that information, a lot of these drivers are going to have to take that into consideration. And so those guys who just pitted, Ryan Potter has got 1 more set of tires left for this 55 lap run. He's going to hope this thing goes green, because if he gets a caution after he had pitted right at the end, he is going to be absolutely, his chances at a win are going to be gone. And so we'll see how that goes for him. I'm also not quite sure how much fuel they get around here. I'm pretty sure it's probably 35 laps or something, but I think they'll be able to make it to the end with 1 stop. That would just be my guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to have Caleb fill me in on the fuel information as well. But they come back through 1 and 2, and the 23 of Terry Brooks continues to hang on to the race lead. You see jockeying for position a lot. The 99 may have gotten in the wall. Ryan Potter is dropping, and he's got right side damage. Here's Potter. Same thing with wall contact off of 2. The same thing that happened in the 50, but this is all self-inflicted. Oh yeah, it just gets way too wide. And he smacks down the wall. The 36 also followed him into the wall right there. Scott Puckett now, he's riding way in the back with that damage now. And we see these guys going at it for the lead. The 25 trying to take it. Off of turn 2, he's going to lose the spot and then some here. He's going to try and get in line. He might not be clear, but he definitely is. He's going to go down into turn 3. Right on the left rear of the 23. He's going to be even with the mirror of a 4 as Brooks runs wide. Here they come. Off of turn number 4, side by side for the lead. Terry Brooks takes it back, but Hines has it into turn 1. You'll see Ryan Hines right here on the left side of the screen, maybe. But Brooks absolutely digs the top side. What a corner by Terry Brooks, and he's going to get clear. Back down off of 2. The 25 just not able to make anything happen on the bottom. I think As long as you're the race leader here, you can control that inside, or you can control the race from the outside rather, and control the people trying to make the move on the outside. Even though it's probably going to be worse for your tires in the long run, that's what these guys are going to need to do. They come back off of turn 4 again. Brooks now losing the pressure. Ryan Hines feeling the pressure from the 19, or the 14, I should say, of Dylan Wedgwood. Wedgwood goes downstairs to the inside, and it's not going to work out. And now he's going to be 3 wide with the 77 of Searles. Both of those guys are going to drop down the backstretch. Searles slots into the second lane. The 14 finds a spot on the top. And they come back through turn 4 again. The 77 of Hunter Searles is trying to make that bottom lane work. And he's kind of doing it right here, but he was almost up to the 23. And it didn't quite work out for him. Like I said, I don't think you're going to be able to make a pass on the leader on the bottom if you aren't absolutely throwing in a slide job. And that's what these guys aren't doing right now, especially early on in the race. It's the season finale, you know. You wreck, you're out for the rest of the season. You have no more chances to make up points, make up your spots at the end right there. So, or in the next race, you know, these guys, it's all or nothing now. And so I feel like they're either going to be easy on, or they're going to be super safe. And it looks like they're erring on the side of safe right now. So many lanes on this track that it's like they are they're racing hard, but I mean, you can just drive it anywhere you want. It's such a great track for the racing aspect of it. And we'll see here. So Caleb says that you have to pay at least one more time. So it looks like maybe the guys who stayed out are gonna have to pit twice. So we'll see. Oh, the 23 gets into the wall. The 03 is going to slide 4 wide. Oh, my goodness. They all saved it. Now they're wrecking in the back. Dylan Pody goes for a spin. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Let's see what happened here. I was reading the chat about the Tire Whisperer being in the lead. And it looks like Mr. Tire Whisperer himself, Terry Brooks, got real tight on that right front, gets in the outside wall. The 77 gets into the 03, was checking up, and I thought all 3 of those guys were gone here, and they were going to go down and take out the guy on the bottom. I think that's the 72. That's Tyler Rush, yeah. And look at, they saved it. And here comes Pody in the back of this group. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. What a horrible hit for Adam Bossy in the 27. Oh, my gosh. The 31 gets sent spinning, but Adam Bossy flies into the air. Oh, he may have had help. And this was completely unrelated to the other incident there. I think that's the 76, or I'm not quite sure who that is, who is behind him. It looks like it's the 18, so it's Ty Smith. Gets in to Bossy. Right there's the contact. Jacks him up, sends him around, and watch this. The 5 of Leedy, nowhere to go. Clob, oh my gosh. What a hit for the 27 of Bossy. What a wreck. And that's going to destroy both their trucks and both their chances at the race win. And these drivers are on pit road along with the rest of the field. I believe the rest of the field. Oh, looks like Hunter Searles stayed out. So there's the strategy. Searles and Andrew Baker stay out. They think they can make it just with one pit stop. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna roll out. With these guys, I'm not quite sure. I feel like staying out there really doesn't help you, because the drivers who pit are only gonna have to pit once, so these guys are gonna have to pit once. So the 77 was up in the front. He might lose some spots. He's gonna drop all the way to the end inevitably here on the older tires. And so is the 43 of Andrew Baker with a lot of damage on that machine. The 72 of Tyler Rush out on the track with the 14 of Wedgwood. Those are the two first off of pit road, I believe, with those leaders all repairing damage. That really switched things up for them. And this gives a lot of guys who weren't up in the front earlier a shot at some spots. Garrett Sidnor, looks like he got most of that right side damage repaired, but that was huge for him getting into the wall. Let's come back off of 1 and 2. 1 lap to green here in the season finale for the Tex-A-Con Truck Series at Auto Club. And as the field makes their way down off of turn 4, second restart of the night, Hunter Searles on old tires will lead the field to green. He's going to have his teammate behind him, and we'll see if he can get away before the field swallows him up into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out, and the 72 is all over the 77's bumper. The bottom lane did not go. Andrew Baker with damage, struggling to get off the line. Tyler Rush gets down to the bottom, and he's immediately by the 77 and into 1 and 2. Look at him drop. No chance. No chance at all. Oh, we got a wreck. The 38. Oh, no, and the 03 of Noah Joyce is in it. And the yellow flag is out just as it dropped. The 27 of Adam Boss, who just had a horrific incident, is wrecked again. And we'll see what happened here. It started with the 25. Ryan Hines. Here's Ryan. Right in the middle. 4 wide for a second there. It looks like one driver may have came down in front of him. Oh, there's the contact. The 38 gets loose. Might have lost it on his own. Comes down. Watch out, Terry Brooks. Oh, he gets his right rear. And he just clobbers the 25. Let's see what happened to Dalton. Oh man, he just lost it on his own. That's a huge bummer. Lost it on his own and took out a couple real fast race cars right there. Noah Joyce having a fantastic day, one of his best races of the year. Crab walking down the backstretch. His day is inevitably probably going to be over with that. Tyler Rush is up into the lead. Garrett Sidnor got to 4th on that restart. And Rush and Baker on pit road. I'm not sure why Tyler Rush is pitting. I thought he just had pit. Maybe not confident he'll make it on gas. I'm not quite sure. He would have had the lead on the restart. I'm not sure what the tire situation was for the 72, but obviously does not feel confident either making it on fuel or making it with the tires right now. And so we'll see here. Yeah, I guess Caleb, I didn't really think of that. It seems like those guys would rather have an extra set until the end. Tyler Rush is on pit road. He does not want an extra set unless this is his first pit stop. I'm not quite sure who has been on pit road. Scott Wheeler, has any contender not been in trouble tonight? Yeah, that's a great question. I think Tyler Rush is the only contender with a clean car at this point. I'll go back and look at the standings and give you a rundown. I think the 31 of Podium has a clean truck. He just spun earlier, so we'll see what happened here. If I can find the server on my phone and pull up the point standings. Here we go. Point standings. And I will read off right now. Garrett Sidnor, he has definitely been in trouble this race, but he's in P2. And his right side is basically clean. Looks like he got it all fixed up on pit road, so he's going to be okay. Dylan Pody, he will restart in the 9th spot. Here's Dylan. See that 31 machine rolling on by. He's got a pretty clean truck. But maybe a hurt ego here as he comes down pit road. We'll see. I'm going to guess this is also for fuel. Because I'm not sure if that's part of the design. Because I don't think you get damage on the car like that. Let me see if I can pull up the camera adjustments. Oh boy, okay. There we go. So, looking around at the 31, his truck is clean. Who's next? Dylan Wedgwood. He has been out of trouble today. That 14 Serve Pro machine is clean to my knowledge. There it is, all clean and looking pretty nice. And then Tyler Rush, of course, just came down pit road. He is all good right there. Ty Smith was the cause of that second yellow, but his truck is clean. That truck month 18. And then back through the point standings: Hunter Searles, Jason Harris, Scott Puckett, Jacob Holm, and Courtney Miracle. So a lot of those drivers, like we saw Mr. Wheeler in the chat, have had trouble today. And so we'll see who can keep it clean until the end, almost halfway through. And they make their way back off of turn number 4. Back to the restart zone for the 3rd time today. 32 of 70, 32 laps complete. And here comes the final drivers. To the line. Green flag is back out and we're underway. Again at Auto Club. What a start from Wedgwood. He is way out in front of the rest of the field. Garrett Sidnor rides down in 2nd. Here comes Sidnor chasing the leader. 1 lane up to avoid the dirty air. And down off of turn 2. Here comes the 50 of Sidnor. In the draft of the 14. He's going to run down low. He's going to stick behind Wedgwood right here. Sidnor looking for a chance at the lead. Goes up high, loses the momentum off of the corner. Here he comes with the run in the draft. The 14 of Wedgwood pulls away from the field. Off of turn 4, Dylan Wedgwood leads that time by. He's going to have company. Here comes the 50 of Sidnor. Sidnor with the momentum down into 1. He's going to go up top. They're switching lanes for the lead. But the 14 is going to hang on. Here comes the draft. Sidnor with the run. Pulls out a line. Garrett Sidnor, points leader. Looking for the lead. Wedgwood up top to defend. Sidnor down low gets clear. And clear by a mile. Garrett Sidnor to the race lead. The points leader's back out in front. Can the 14 of Wedgwood get in the draft and suck back up to him? Here comes Wedgwood down into 1 and 2. He's going to look bottom. If the 50 doesn't go, now he's going to go. The 14 checks up early, loses the momentum. Sidnor carrying a lot more speed through the corner. He's going to pull away from the 14. Off of turn 2, the field getting single filed out. And the 50 of Sidnor resumes his place at the top of the truck series in the 50 machine. The season finale. And Garrett Sidnor is not giving in at all. He is going to go out with a bang right now, and I have to look at this this spreadsheet again, but he's got 1 win, so looking for his 2nd win. Pody, Wedgwood, Rush, Smith, Hunter Searles, Jason Harris, Scott Puckett, Jacob Holm, Andrew Baker, all don't have wins. Ryan Potter is the closest driver with more than 1 win. Terry Brooks has 1 win, and Brooks is in P12 in the points, so to my knowledge, Garrett Sidnor is the only driver in the top 10 with a win. I never had thought of that, so all the guys who are winning races are the guys who are running part-time. Ryan Potter, the only multi-time winner of the year, I believe. I'll go back through this list again. Yeah, Joey Chapman won the season opener, but he had not come back here later on in the season. Still has not returned. And it's a lot of one-time winners here. It's a very short season. Drivers doing what they can. The 50 of Garrett Sidnor extends his lead over the rest of the field back down the back straightaway. Just one more time, the 14 of Wedgwood's starting to close, but he's not going to look for a pass on him yet. Just hanging out. Right now, if he's in the draft, he could be a lot easier in the corners and then get right back up to the back of the race leader down the straightaways. So that could be the strategy that Wedgwood's playing at here. Josh Herschel has a signed pair of Terry Brooks underwear. I'm sure someone would appreciate some T-Book signed skivvies in the chat. Just make sure to contact Josh Herschel. He has got a signed pair. How about that? Back through 3 and 4 one more time. Wedgwood up top, looking for any clean air. He's going to go higher than the race leader instead of going down to the clean air. Runs up top to keep the momentum alive. And he goes back through 1 and 2. No fight for the lead. Those guys are just going to run in a line. And so I will give a schedule update since I never know the league names. I know David made a really cool little graphic. So as I search for it, we'll watch this lead battle. I don't think it's gonna heat up at all, though. The driver is not looking to fight. And the 50 is gonna hang on to the lead just one more time. This time by it's gonna be 30 laps to go. 30 to go here. And if you guys were wondering right now, I believe the Fisher Studios Truck Series is going to be live. So on Saturday, we're going to have the Fisher Studios SCRL Truck Series and the Folsom Super Speedway Series. Then the Integrity Ignite Series runs on Mondays. Today is Tuesday in the Tex-A-Con Truck Series. And then on Tuesday is the Integrity Octane Series. So David is live right now. On May 24th, tomorrow, is the Highline Racing League Coca-Cola 300. And then on River Page's birthday, May 25th, we have the Road to Pro qualifying round number 1 of season 2 or part 2, I believe. I'm not quite familiar with the Road to Pro schedule. And then on Friday, we have the Iora Race for Our Heroes 300. That's going to be a show, and it's not going to be one you want to miss. We talked about it last stream with Alex Anderson in the booth. Always putting on a great show in the Iora Cup Series. And we got a lot of big names heading into that race. It's going to be a good one you don't want to miss out. And so again, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. And don't miss out on the awesome racing action. 7 streams this week. Not including the one on Friday. So actually 8 streams. Absolutely balling right now. And yeah. The field makes their way back down through 1 and 2. And through 3 and 4, the 14 of Wedgwood continues to ride. No racing going on right now for the spots. And I would like to give a NR Night in America update to anyone that is a NR Night in America viewer. Alexander Balderas just won a race. I'm not sure if it was a heat race or something, but Alexander Balderas just won. Oh, okay. It was duel 2, so it's not important. All the Alexander Balderas fans in the chat, you can calm down. It was an unimportant win. As we see now, some jockeying for position. Here comes Terry Brooks. He's making those underpants worth the while right now. The signed undies are gaining value with every pass that Terry Brooks makes here. And he's going to go back down low. Brooks is looking for second. Brooks is on a mission. He is tired of running the line right now. He is very bored of waiting. These guys are just hanging around right here. They're not racing too hard. Brooks with that right rear damage. He is, like I said, making those undies worth something. Josh Herschel, I'd be getting excited right now. Your man is hunting the leaders back down low. Look at the 23. Digging that bottom, deep sea diving, looking for something to work, but he just can't find a lane to get up on top, and he loses all his speed that he gains in the corners on the straight. So kind of a disadvantage for T. Brooks there. Back through 3 and 4, Brooks looking down on the bottom again. But he can't get up in front of the 14. He almost had that 14 cleared in the middle of the corner last time, but he just couldn't quite get there. He's going to throw it back down into the corner. This time he's going to be even with the 14 off the corner. Trying to slide up. See that little tiny gap? He needs to put it in there. See if he can do it. They're 3 and 4. Here comes Brooks. He's not going to get down low on the 14. He's not going to go down low at all. He gave up on his charge, and his underpants are losing value currently. Very disappointing for the underpant value, the skivvy value there. And you see the leaders coming up on lap traffic, and with the field spread out, this time we'll make sure with the field single file, this time we'll make sure the booth does not have any technical difficulties. And we'll go non-stop live on FTN with 25 laps to go coming to 24. We'll be right back on FTN.
This message is brought to you by the rebrand of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This publication may not be reposted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. NASCAR Camping World Ford F-150. NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang. NASCAR Cup Series Next-Gen Ford Mustang. Arca Menards. This has been the publication of the redesign and rebranding of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This message may not be reposted, republicated, or rebroadcasted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. Thank you, and thanks for your time.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back live on FTN. This battle has not dispersed at all. This top three is still bumper to bumper to bumper. Terry Brooks has fallen back about half a second away from the leaders, and Dylan Bodie equally as far off from him, but Garrett Sidnor continues to hang on to the race lead. No fight from the 14 quite yet. Maybe trying to save tires, save his push until the end of the race. But he has Ty Smith on his rear bumper, and Ty Smith definitely one of the higher drivers when it comes to impatience level. We already saw him get into the back of one league owner today. So we'll see what happens to Ty, and if he can make a move on the 18 or the 14. I don't know why he keeps saying 18. It's clearly a 4. But back down the back straightaway again. These drivers not wanting to race at all. I would like for something entertaining to happen to talk about, but they're just running in a single file line. So we will wait for something fun to happen, and then we could scream about it. But right now, it is all the 50. He has taken it all in right now. There's basically not a chance he doesn't win the championship unless something drastically, incredibly bad happens to him, like his internet goes out, or his power goes out, or he mysteriously crashes, or his steering wheel explodes in his hands. But all of those things are very unlikely, sadly. So I don't know if we'll have a race for the points here. Garrett Sidnor he's been so consistent this year, and no matter what track we're racing at, he was almost there at the end of the dirt race, and he's here. He almost won one of the shorts. He almost won IRP, almost won Phoenix. Actually, I can't remember what race he won on, unfortunately, but right now he is showing that he has got talent on every track he can possibly put his truck on. And we're back to the big tracks, and he's doing just fine, so no one able to defeat the man of the hour in the 50 of Sidnor. They might give him the win, just as a little grace for the championship winner here, trying to hang on to the spot. 16 laps to go for the championship. And he just got to hang on here. He's got two trucks behind him. Terry Brooks back into fourth. You see the 26 of Dylan Bodie, or the 26 of Dylan Bodie. He must have pitted. I think, the 26 came down pit road. Terry Brooks is up into fourth. Tyler Rush in fifth, and Dylan Bodie in sixth. You see, this is the second pack right here, and it's only two drivers. Here is Rush and Bodie. They're 14 seconds behind the leader almost. And then 20 seconds behind them is Andrew Baker on pit road. Dylan Bodie's going to go around Baker, as we see a lot of drivers have quit the race. Dalton Beer out, Ryan Hines out, Ryan Potter out, Matthew Leedy out, Hunter Searles, Noah Joyce, and a lot of drivers with fast race trucks out of the race right now. As you see, the number 26 now has taken the pretend lead spot from the 50. He is not the leader, do not worry. He is a lap down. Well, I guess he's not a lap down anymore. He just got the lap back. And now 50's on pit road. And so he's the first to go. He's gonna have to get a good stop here. He's gonna be the first driver on fresh tires from this lead group. So he's gonna have that one extra lap on the rest of the pack on fresh tires, but he won't have the draft. We'll see how this changes things here. Here comes the 14 of Wedgwood. He's behind the 26, getting the draft off of him. Ty Smith is following Wedgwood. And I would assume that these guys pull into pit road now if they're not saving, and it looks like he's going to come down. Here comes Dylan Wedgwood on to pit road, the 50 of Sidnor in his box. You can see just in the distance a couple pixels of Dylan Wedgwood machine on the pit road. Here comes the 14. on just as Sidnor gets out. This is the race for the win. Sidnor off of pit road needs to be pitch perfect here. He was a 10th ahead of that group when he came in. He got in really quick. He had no issues on, no issues off. And so Wedgwood's going to need a miracle right here. Is the 14 on the pit road. Tyler Rush takes over the lead with Dylan Podied in second. And Podied and Rush, I don't know if they're going to pit. I believe they still will have to pit. And so we'll see. Here comes Wedgwood. Garrett Sidnor on the front stretch. Wedgwood on pit exit. This is gonna be a race here through 1 and 2 on board with Sidnor. There's the 14 on the apron up ahead. Ty Smith did not have a good pit stop. Here they come off of turn 2. Wedgwood through the gears. He's gonna be clear of Garrett Sidnor, trying to stay out of the draft of the 50. Sidnor within 9/10, closing to 8. Wedgwood not close enough to Dylan Bodie to have the draft off of him. And Sidnor on the warmed up tires. Wedgwood on cold tires. Here's the race for the lead and the race for the win. Ty Smith hangs out in back. He is out of this. This is on board with Ty Smith. Up to the leaders. Here is Wedgwood. These are the inevitable race leaders with Tyler Rush first right now. Podied and Bodie second and third. Down to the bottom goes the 50. Side by side for the lead. Points leader up front, trying to get clear of Wedgwood. Can't quite do it, but Wedgwood doesn't have the draft. He's gonna get side draft from the 50 of Sidnor back down into 3 and 4 one more time. Garrett Sidnor digs the bottom. He's clear. He's clear. Takes it. Sidnor back to the point off of 4. And the 14 can't do anything about it. 10 laps to go. And he is back out in front ahead of the 14. It was close there for a second. The 1 lap did not make that much of a difference. But he's going to hang on to the lead for now. This time by, we will get the 10 to go. That was 11 to go. I thought it was 10 to go because of the Tyler Rush is so far ahead of the leaders. I forgot that these guys weren't first and second. There is the drivers there are racing. Brooks is obviously out of it. There he is in the wall. He's a lap down. Dylan Bodie is going to lose the spot. And we'll see if Dylan Bodie can make it all the way if he's planning on staying out until the end. Here comes Sidnor down off of turn 2. Tyler Rush. The next truck ahead of him, Tyler Rush down on the bottom, but he is not pitting. I don't know if Rush is staying out right here, but he's racing for the lead with Bodie. And these two, I think they may, let's see if they're saving fuel right here. Oh man, they totally are. They are totally saving fuel here. I think they're helping each other out. Tyler Rush is taking the shortest way around the track. He's on the apron. He's half throttle, and we've got another fuel race. How long can Tyler Rush go? How long can Bodie go? Oh man, this is gonna get intense. We gotta compare lap times. Those guys on old tires, and they are, I mean, they're probably 15 miles an hour slower down the straightaways with that speed. They are barely on the throttle. The 50 and the 14 literally doing the exact opposite. They're on the wall, and they are basically not lifting right now. Back off of turn 4. And across the front straightaway, that time by, Sidnor was almost 3 seconds faster than Rush and Podied. So even if they make it to the end, they are not going to win at this pace. I think right now, if they're saving enough, they might be able to just get going with 5 to go or something like that, and maybe hold off Sidnor. I don't know. This is gonna be a super interesting fight to the end. The gap is down to 9 seconds, but they were a lot quicker last time. I think those two in the lead realized that it's time for them to hit the boogity pedal, and they definitely did. They picked up the pace there. Still 2 seconds slower than the leaders, and they're side-by-side trading spots. Podied to the lead gives the 72 the draft down the backstretch. Is he breaking the draft? I think these guys are racing now. Oh no, they I can confirm they are not safe or racing. You hear the 31 jump onto the clutch, jumps out of the clutch there, out of the corner. And the gap drops to 8 seconds, but this is getting interesting. 7 laps to go. Make it 6. 6 laps to go. If they make it at this rate, they might be able to hang on to the lead. I just don't know. Sidnor, 1.4 seconds slower than the 31 last time. 7.5 seconds separates them. Here is Sidnor and Wedgwood running in a pack here. These two separated by a little bit. Wedgwood blinks out, and he's not coming back there. Now he's back. Tyler Rush takes the lead back from Pody. So they're kind of swapping drafts between them two right here. Way down on the bottom. 6 seconds is the gap. 5 laps to go, and these guys are going for it. Here comes the 31. He's going to go to the outside, but he's going to stick right behind him. Off of turn 2, Tyler Rush is going to keep it below that first seam. I mean, he is running like it's Daytona right here, not getting off of the bottom. This is crazy. Sidnor within 5. And Wedgwood is just a couple tenths of a second off of him. They come back through 3 and 4. That gap closes almost 4 seconds now. No, I don't know if they can do it. You see the leaders in the back. Here they come. 4 seconds. Sidnor is still 2 seconds faster than these guys. And though this gap right here doesn't look like a lot, or does look like a lot rather, that's only 3 seconds right there. According to my timing and scoring, that's 3 seconds that these two have got, and now they're starting to race. But I think they're going to have to save until the end. And Sidnor wants to close out a remarkable season with a bang. Looking for win number 2. Podied and Rush looking for win number 1. Back off of turn 4 and across the start-finish line. 3 laps to go and the gap is 2 seconds. And at this rate, they're not going to be able to do it. And I don't think they're going to race the points leader that hard. If they don't have to. These guys want to win, but they want to show sportsmanship. Pody second in points. So Pody wants the win. It would be a very desperate major, but Pody could just, I mean, he could put the 50 in the wall. He could take out the 50 for a chance at the win. And a chance at the championship. Dylan Wedgwood would love that very much, as he's only 1 point behind Pody. Tyler Rush is in it as well. The top 4 in points are 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 laps to go. Here they come. Garrett Sidnor is within a second of second place. Oh, they're not saving anymore. The draft breaking. Pody leads the field down onto the apron. He runs the top. Goes down low. He's not saving anymore, but now that right front is starting to burn. Here comes Wedgwood. Dylan Wedgwood looking for third. It's going to be another great strategy race to the end. White flag is in the air. One more time around of the season finale at Auto Club. Here comes Pody. Down to 1 and 2. Leads the 72 of Rush with him. To the bottom, Garrett Sidnor closing in 0.6 of a second. Sidnor was only half a second faster than these guys last time. He's not going to get him. I don't think he's going to get him. Dylan Pody and Tyler Rush stay out. A remarkable strategy call. They save fuel like you've never seen before. And the 50's not going to get there. Off of turn 4. Can the 31 make it? Here he comes off of turn 4. He's still under full power. Dylan Pody's going to do it. And the last race of the season, Pody wins the race. Sidnor wins the championship. What a finish. Dylan Pody gets win number 1 in the last race of the year. And Garrett Sidnor is your 2023 Tex-A-Con Truck Series season champion. What a race. What an awesome race. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was awesome. Garrett Sidnor, one of the most consistent drivers that I think I've ever seen. 5 top 10s on the season. This makes it 6. Okay, we got more YouTube notifications. And Sidnor takes the championship as Pody will burn it down with the race win. Oh, he's out of gas. He's out of gas, but Pody will burn it down with his teammate. As you see, Bodie slamming the wall. And Garrett Sidnor is your championship winner. And so we will talk to Dylan Pody right here because he's not really doing any burnouts. He's just kind of sitting there. We'll wait for these guys to do their thing. Looks like the 26 is gonna try and push the 31 to victory lane. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Looks like it is. He's gonna get there. He's gonna park it, and Dylan Pody gets it done for the first time of the year. And we'll talk to your race winner, Dylan Pody, with one of the most remarkable strategy calls in the history of racing of all time. How did you do that?
I have no idea. I saw we were close on fuel when we took the last restart. I think we were about 3 or 4 laps short, so I just kind of went into fuel saving mode right off the bat and just went the rest of the way. There was a couple of cars back there that I guess were doing the same thing, and I know the 72, it looked like he was doing the same thing, so I think we just kind of did the same thing and just drafted and clutched and all that good stuff, and I almost went a couple laps too early, and I was just kind of watching it, and eventually I just got around to him, about 3 to go, and I was like, this is time to go, because Garrett and Dylan Wedgwood were coming, so I really couldn't wait any longer, so I thought I needed to jump ahead of them as soon as I could. So I'm just happy to finally get a victory. The first race of the season, I saw victory lane in sight and got in a wreck, and I don't think I've been very close since, so I'm just happy to get a win this season before it ended, and I think I got second in points as well with the win, so it's kind of was a tight battle with me, Tyler, and Dylan, so we were all battling for second through fourth, and Garrett was the champion, so the top 4 in points were all there battling for the win the last race, so it's kind of fitting, I guess, but all in all, it was an eventful race, got in a wreck, and got to fix the damage, and here we are. I ran out of gas, I only got to do half a donut, so it is what it is.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the win and the second place in the point standings. Obviously, it's a fantastic result, but you want to be one step higher. You think there's anything you could have done at all, other than getting turned on the last lap of Daytona or Talladega? Anything else that you think you could have done differently?
I mean, I had 3 races in the middle of the season that were terrible. That just took me out of it, honestly. So I just should have been more consistent, honestly. It just mistakes were made, got in wrecks, and just other things that I probably could have done better. So it just slowly kind of took myself out of it. And Garrett ran such a consistent season, so it was tough to really keep up with him. He ran a hell of a season. So again, congrats to him on the championship and doing really good and having a great season. But I'm not too disappointed. I'm just happy to get a win. That was my golden night after we left Eldora last week. That was the other time I almost got a win this season, and I wanted to at least get a win before the season was over. Fuel strategy usually doesn't work my way too very often, but I guess somehow, some way it did today. So I'll just roll with it and take it and get them when I can.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the win and the second place in the championship. Anything else I could say?
I just want to shout out the team Trap House, Dylan Body. Dylan Wedgwood is also one of my teammates, and they all ran good. We had a good night. I think we got first, third, and sixth, I believe, and I think we didn't have Toby, unfortunately, tonight, but good night for the Trap House. We had a new sponsor night, Trap House. We did some good things with it. Introduced a new scheme, I should say, but shout out to everybody here, and shout out to you guys during the broadcast, everybody at Highline doing their thing as always. It was fun. I guess I can shout out Tyler Rush for the assist with the draft. I don't think I would have made it if I didn't have a drafting partner, either if it was intentional or unintentional, but it is what it is. So I at least thank him for that because I don't think I would have made it without his car being there. So it was fun, and thanks again for everything you guys do. And on to the next one, I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So, waiting for Tyler Rush to join a voice chat so we can talk to the man in P2, and I believe Tyler Rush is going to be third in points. So, Pody's going to take home second, and it is going to be Rush in third in the standings because Wedgwood was not able to get to him there at the end. But it doesn't look like Tyler Rush has any plans on joining a VC, so we'll just we'll talk to your champion, Garrett Sidnor, third on the night, but more importantly, you are the champion. Great season. How's it feel?
Yeah, like I was saying in the chat earlier, I'm bummed I lost that race. We needed one more lap, really. But congrats on Poteet for the win, and obviously Tyler as well finishing second there. They did a heck of a job pulling that one off. But yeah, all in all, really good season. We had about, I think, 5 podiums, and it's kind of frustrating because I said at the beginning of the season, I said, watch my worst racetrack on the entire schedule be the one I win, and that at the end of the season stands true. I don't want to say that's frustrating, but definitely it's a positive look on, and definitely with winning the championship, it's a very big positive to look on, and yeah, very pumped about that.
Yeah, well, normally I say anything you could have done differently, or could have done anything differently in the race, but I don't have anything else to say. You did everything perfectly. You're the champion. So congratulations. Adam Vossi's also here. Do you have anything to say, Adam?
Yeah, I just wanted to say on behalf of HLRL, the admin team, the competition committee, for the first season that we have ever run trucks in this league, congratulations, Garrett, on your championship. It's well deserved. Congratulations to all the truckers on a wonderful season, and I hope you guys go out and celebrate this one. Great job all season long, and we hope to see you back next season.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, Garrett, you have anything else like to say?
Yeah, obviously we had a very fast Ford's Glory Art and Photography Ford F-150 with Ford Performance on the truck tonight. The Speedy Cash sponsor being on board, as well as Speedco, loves travel stops. Obviously got to thank Ray Tustin, John Peterson, Games 123, John Gambit Designs for all the paint schemes that they've provided for me along the way. Especially the one that you have seen tonight. I've run that since the first race basically I've run on iRacing, so I'm very, very proud to put that thing in victory lane this season, or put a truck in victory lane this season and then put it in victory lane for the championship. And gotta thank my mom and my dad and all my friends and family that really have backed me up and been a support throughout this whole process.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
So that's gonna wrap it up. Last race of the season. I mean, Adam said it perfectly. These guys, I had a fun time every week up here. Some fantastic racing. I mean, we didn't have a bad finish all year. I mean, we had guys running out of fuel for 3 of them. We had that late race caution at Eldora. The fuel at Canadian Tire, like I said, the photo finish at Talladega, the controversy at Phoenix is just a great season all around. So I'd like to say congratulations to everybody, and thanks for sticking around. It was a great season. This race was fantastic. I don't know how those guys in the front pulled that off. Fuel strategy is always very scary because you got to go slow. You got to really try, and they did a good job and they executed it. So yeah, just it's a great season, and we'll get the results up on the screen before we let you go for the last time. Dylan Pody takes home first win of the year, the last race of the year, on the most remarkable fuel strategy of all time, along with Tyler Rush. And second, Garrett Sidnor, the champion of the Truck Series, comes home in third to seal the deal, and Dylan Wedgwood comes home to take 4th in the standings. In P4, Tyler Rush took 3rd, and Dylan Pody is going to take 2nd. Ty Smith comes back up to finish 5th, along with Dylan Bodie in 6th. Jacob Holm from 11th to P7, followed by Scott Puckett in 8th, Terry Brooks in 9th, and Andrew T. Baker rounding out the top 10. Hunter Searles comes home 11th. He did not finish the race. Neither did Noah Joyce in 12th, Dalton Beer in 13th, Ryan Hines in 14th, Adam Bossy in 15th, Matthew Leedy in 16th, or Ryan Potter in 17th. And so that is going to wrap it up, folks. On behalf of FTN, this has been a production of the Highline Racing League Tex-Con Truck Series and the final race of the season. David is live currently. I don't know if his race is over, but if it's not, go show some love there. And other than that, I'll be back on Saturday for the Full Send Super Speedway Series. David will be back tomorrow for this league's very own Coca-Cola 300, so you won't miss anything with these drivers. They'll be back in the cars tomorrow in the next gen car for the Coke 600. It's a Coke 300 here in the Highline Racing League. But other than that, that will wrap it up. So thank you for all for watching, and we hope you have a very good night.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it
I haven't stopped the stream. Here we go.